got into Puebla, but it's a Sunday. Everything's closed, but went and asked around a couple different places. Finally found a mechanic shop. Got everything taken off of the bike right here on the side, sitting in the shade. Got a little mat laid down, and Eusebio is about to help me out. We're about to get this thing fixed. 300 pesos, dude, the equivalent of 30 bucks. No big deal. Let's see how good of a job he does. Eusebio's a pretty horny fucker. He's got nude photos all in the shop everywhere. This is his 46 Chevy. Says it still runs good. Pretty good looking car. So this is how Eusebio fixed the problem. This is the cross member that went across the back. Just cut it off right here, extended it on both sides, and put his own little pipe in the middle. And yeah, therefore bypasses the tire. Worked out pretty good. So there's just something about being up in the cool mountain air with the fresh smell of pine trees that puts a smile on my face. Driving to Oaxaca right now, and there's a little roadside stop off the highway with tons of little restaurants and shops, and the food is excellent. I just had some sopa de hongo, some mushroom soup, and it was delicious. So yeah, the journey continues. So they're dumping buckets of water down on the roof. Apparently they caught the kitchen on fire when they were cooking just now. Got into Oaxaca Sunday night at 9 o'clock, and everybody is still out and about. There are all sorts of street vendors out, people, I guess balloons are the hot attraction here. Everybody's selling balloons. Alright, so it's Monday morning. I had a good night's sleep at the hostel last night. Came back over here to El Zócalo, which is the main city square here by the church. It's actually two squares that back up into each other, one over here and the other one kind of starting there where the trees are and going back. And they let you ride your bike anywhere in Mexico. I mean, I've got it right up here on the city square. And so anyway, I went to the tourist center and found out how to get to the pyramids at Monte Alban, and that's where I'm headed right now. Don't know what the road's like, but I know it's up in the mountains, so we might get some good footage of that. We'll see what happens, and it's only like 20 minutes from here, so yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that.
You'll be sorry the day you were born.
There are few things in this world that evoke such a spirituality. Few man-made things.
You know, man and woman, we have to talk. Even if you don't like what. Even if it makes you mad and we ball. Sometimes it's lack of understanding.
So I just left the pyramid site, came back to Oaxaca, and was going to cruise around town and look at some things on the bike, but there's a statewide teachers conference here today. So it is just packed full of people. Traffic is awful. It took me a while to get back to the hostel, so I went ahead and put up the bike, and now I'm going walking around and gonna see if I can find some new, strange kind of food out there. Try something new. So as I'm walking around, I notice there's these tarps everywhere covering tents laid out in the middle of the street. The streets are shut down, and there's tents laid out everywhere. And I asked a guy, he said that this teachers conference is not actually a teachers conference. The teachers are on a strike. They come to the state's capital and they go on strike, and they sit here and camp out in the streets, and they don't leave until they get what they want. And I said, so realistically it could last a week, a couple of weeks? He says, oh shit, months. And I said, and then what happens? These kids that go without schooling? He said, yep. So that's all the power they have, is to just sit out here and go on strike.
Cuando tú vayas a la ciudad de Puebla, ven nada más no muy lejos. Ven, puedes ir a Michoacán, a Puebla o a Xochimilco, ¿sí? Búscalos. El único lugar donde se llegan a comer estos animales es en Puebla. ¿Sí? ¿Sabe para qué lo ocupa? Dios no lo quiere, allá en la casa tiene un hijo que sufre de neumonía, bronconeumonía, problemas pulmonares, enfisema pulmonar, gente que sufre de bronquios, aroles pulmonares, gente que ya no respira bien. Mire, yo le voy a regalar un poquito, ¿sabe de qué? No del animalito, ¿eh? No vayan a pensar que le voy a regalar una pierna a usted, la colita a usted. No, mire, ¿sabe qué le voy a regalar? Voy a regalarle un poquito de lo que es la grasa, la manteca de este animalito. ¿Sabe para qué se la voy a regalar? No para que cocines. La manteca de este animalito, ¿sabe para qué sirve? Para combatir lo que se le conoce como artritis reumatoide o artritis deformante. ¿Sí conocen esa enfermedad?
Dude's trying to sell little lizards to heal everything that ails you. Open air fresh meat market with meat just hanging. You can get fajitas, sausage, pork side. This looks pretty good. These are actually my favorite. The indoor or covered open air market where you can buy any kind of meat that you want. And oddly enough, there's really no flies anywhere. I'm very surprised about that. But yeah, you can get any kind of cut of meat you want. There's tripas hanging at the end here. Haven't seen that one yet. But everything else.
What's the flipping do? So many people flipping their lips, keep taking the children to the park. Don't let them break your poor little heart. Don't let no one get you down.
Bueno, aquí tenemos chapulines, ¿no? ¿Y qué tipo son estas?
No calm.
Naturales. Y de estas, mojo de ajo y aquí de chile. That's a new cricket down the hatch. It doesn't really taste like anything. I mean, it's got chili flavor on it, but oh, good. So this is the same Zócalo square that I was in last night. That was all open, where everybody was outside walking around. Now there's tarps and tents covering everything, and it's all under shade. Everybody's gathered around. All teachers filled up the whole square. This teacher's has been a real drag on the Oaxaca experience. Having to walk through crowds like this. All the shop, stores, anything you're looking for is totally covered up by these tarps everywhere. Both sides of the street are totally covered. You have these tiny little avenues in between. And yeah, it's just really annoying. All the ropes that hold these tarps up are all hung at about 5'4", which is great for little Oaxacans, but not for me. I'm having to duck every 5 minutes, or sorry, every 5 seconds to get under a tarp. See, they all fit under them pretty nicely. Me, no, not me.